It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see Bijan Robinson. He had a great week last week, well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the Bulls and the Vikings, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities.
Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here
Between the Brooklyn Bulls
taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
In the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
It's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
Taking it right down Broadway.
He's still on his feet.
And touchdown!
Eric Ezukama.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bulls are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here.
That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. Tell you what, they're not messing around. You get the quick touchdown, and then you go for 2 to go up 8-0 here on the road.
In a sense, they hit them with a big shot right away. You don't throw a jab after you throw the haymaker, right? Go ahead and go for 2. They did. They're in control.
Here comes K.J. Osborne out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense. Get things going. And
he's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
78 yards.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
18 carries, 135 yards, and a touchdown.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Now a 2nd and 2. Huntley to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back.
There he goes, left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And CD, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Trayvon Walker.
Just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. This is fielded at the 27. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley gets this complete to Buto.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Oh, able to avoid him. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Huntley. Here's a screen for Robinson. Powers through. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. It goes as a gain of 8 and it moves the chains.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
To throw, Huntley.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Eric Ezukama with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Osborne on the return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Hawkinson here.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Mayfield to throw it.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
Mayfield. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He gets away from one. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Nifty move. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 81 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They go play action with Huntley. Pass complete, Ezekama with it.
And he spins past him and into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. Ezekama, he's got it on the slant.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw here, Huntley. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Now a 2nd and 10. Huntley working from the gun.
Flush to his right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Huntley looks to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. Touchdown!
Bijan Robinson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bulls would extend their lead here just before halftime.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Osborne on the return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Osborne on the return from his end zone. And they'll get him done right at at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Mayfield now.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he's up to the 47.
Play fake. Mayfield.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Mayfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Mayfield on first down.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 18-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Akers will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
If If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Huntley off of play action.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Eric Ezukama.
28 yards.
And the Bulls are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And Eric Ezukama closed things out with a touchdown grab. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Mayfield.
That's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. He lets one go deep for Addison.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Gets around him. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Let's go now.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley.
That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
And a huge play that time. 47 yards.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Bijan Robinson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25.
Vikings 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Osborne on the return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
1st down, Mayfield.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Robinson with another carry.
There he goes, right side.
Inside the 10.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
At least they were running the ball on the final play instead of trying to throw it to rub it in, but they still got in the end zone. I kind of blame that, though, defensively. They were just kind of not even willing to stop them.
Yeah, they had an opportunity, but I think they looked at the scoreboard and said it doesn't matter either way, and that probably affected them on that play, and they ended up giving up one more score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.